Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's webinar, Functional Safety Compliance, supported by Automotive SPICE. Your presenters today are Emil Pop and Juan Webb. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, I kindly ask that you type them in the chat box, and we will address as many as we can at the end of the webinar. We also encourage all participants to complete the survey afterward. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. If you would like a PDF copy of the presentation or the webinar recording, please contact us at webinars@omnex.com. Emil Pop is the general manager for Omnex Design and has extensive experience with electrical and electronic products, factory automation, and system integration and embedded test software development. Being part of various manufacturing, design, research, auditing, and management teams, Emil brings this broad experience to meet customer needs of fast time to market response in implementing new technologies and their products or processes and passing regulatory hurdles during demanding schedules and deadlines. Juan Webb is the Associate Director of Omnex's e-mobility services.
Yeah.
He is a seasoned expert with over 30 years of multi-industry experience in regulated and non-regulated environments and has led complex electronics programs through every phase of development. As a certified ASPICE competent instructor, principal assessor, VW software quality improvement leader, and Intax regional representative, he is deeply committed to advancing the development of safe, secure, and high-quality systems. Juan continues to pursue his passion for shaping the future of embedded systems through training, assessment, and strategic influence. Now, without further ado, please welcome Emil and Juan.
Thank you. So
Thank you, Andrew.
We'll let Juan start.
No problem. So I'm going to start and tell you guys a little bit about Omnex. Excuse me. So Omnex is a 40 plus year company that we headquartered in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We have offices worldwide. Have over 900 plus employees across 30 different countries. So Emil, we're going to kind of go through this kind of quick. So if you could go to the next slide for me. We're a company of thought leaders. We have a lot of our senior leaders that are either on the committee for a lot of the industry standards, or they're leading the writing of the standards. So if you bring companies like Omnex into your environment, you're bringing some of the thought leaders for the industry. As I said, we have offices worldwide. This gives you the map of where those offices are: the Americas, Europe, Asia Pacific, so that we have resources that are close to support in any area that you guys are located. And we have one more, I think. These are some of our e-mobility leads. If you can go to the next one for me. Mm-hmm. And for the purpose of this slide really highlights the area that we're kind of focusing in, e-mobility and cybersecurity. So those are the two that are highlighted in the green box. Those are the focus areas for today. But if you look across the landscape of Omnex, those are our business areas that that we're working with right now. But e-mobility and cybersecurity is where we're focusing on today. Next slide.
Next slide. I think I'm blocked. Something is happening with my computer. Yeah, I'm totally dead. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We have you. Juan, why don't you take over screen sharing?
Yeah, take it over. Totally locked. I don't know why.
Give me just a second. I will do just that.
Oh, here you go. It started.
Good.
Started. Leave it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Okay, so we can go with the introduction. Go ahead, Juan.
Okay. So these are the agenda topics for the day. We're going to talk about synergy between the standards and frameworks, common challenges in organizations, examples in process definition work, product development, and then benefits. And then we have a summary. We're going to go through the summary for the presentation. Right. So what we're looking at right here, this is, for most of you guys are probably familiar, is the Automotive SPICE process framework. What we're looking at is that Automotive SPICE, it really evaluates how mature and predictable your software and systems development processes are. It doesn't from the safety perspective, it doesn't define product safety, right? It just defines how well your engineering team or your development team develops. And so right now, a lot of the OEMs are using ASPICE assessments as part of their supplier selection. And they use that to really help determine whether your organization will be capable of supporting the development work that they need. One more time for you. Good. So functional safety or 262, that's really product-based functional safety life cycle. And what that really does is that it ensures that malfunctions do not cause unreasonable risk in development. All right, and this is really the framework for 262. Emil, if you want to expand further on.
Sure, I'll talk about it later in detail. But yes, the description it's quite correct. It is a design-heavy standard, and it is focused a lot on the product, right, rather than the process. And yes, again, it's design, and it's can take different aspects. Depends where you are in the design chain, right? From OEM to tier 1 to tier 2, gets implemented quite different. And I think it's the same for ASPICE from your point of view, right? And you see
Yes, and ASPICE just focused really on the process discipline and
Mhm.
the rigor of our verification, while again 262, right, is hazard avoidance and the safety mechanisms.
And if you can get certified for ASPICE and you can be a certain level and you can have some kind of guarantee for ISO 262, you can say you have a process that's compliant. There are certifications. They say, oh, your process is somehow compliant with ISO 26262, but really the product has to be compliant. There is no guarantee if the process is compliant, like you have the checks in places or the forms, that you made a good product, right? The product has to be crunched through the standard, to say so. And obviously, on top of it, I'll let you continue with these, but there are other things that come into play, right? As cybersecurity and
Yeah, ISO 9001, 16949, which really kind of forms the quality backbone of some of the automotive development processes. And that's really what we're talking about in this paragraph right here. And in 21434, it is, that adds cybersecurity dimension to automotive, right? It's really for the automotive product. And that's based on ensuring that vulnerabilities and threat vectors are managed throughout the full life cycle. Different than some of the standards, different than ASPICE. 21434 goes through the end of life for the product, right? And ASPICE really deals with things up to production. So the scope for that, the two standards are different. So if you think about cybersecurity, safety, quality, and ASPICE, they're overlapping on the topics of like requirements, architecture, and verification stages. So there's really why we start to talk about, how all these things work together.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the synergies and if you want to talk a little bit about the framework.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can. So if we think about it, and we kind of mentioned this before, right? Automotive SPICE emphasize sort of the modular development and linkages to system engineering, and really that'll help align to different parts of 26262. And I think Emil, it's really, we're talking about from system engineering, we're really talking about like part 3, and 26262 deals with really safety hardware and software life cycle, which is similar to what ASPICE deals with now. Also, process for development. What happened to can you bring the standards back for me real quick?
Yes, I can bring it, but I'm thinking I'm looking at a presentation that it's not. I see a note here, so just a second. Let me go Go
Okay.
back at
Juan,
Well,
do you
one.
have?
while we're doing that, what we can do is,
Sure.
so what we were showing, we're showing the diagram that kind of maps everything together. Because as we move through this, we're going to start to talk about the relationship between these standards, right? And that, an ASPICE assessment, a functional safety audit, 21434 audit or assessment, a 16949 audit. We're really looking at a lot of the same areas. In fact, 16949 Section 8 actually added a section for development some years back, which if you're doing an ASPICE assessment or something similar, you can actually, we can talk about the integrated approach. Emil, let's see,
Yeah, I'm seeing the
let me
one with
share.
the.
I
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
think
me share
okay.
the slides.
Juan, you've got the one, the current one, right?
Yeah, let me do that, Emil. I'll bring it up and I'll go ahead and share. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do that.
I don't know why, because that's the wonders of SharePoint, and
Okay. So let me know when you
uh,
guys can see my screen. And we apologize for some of the technical difficulties here, but let me know when you can see my screen. Uh,
looks like it's coming. Here we go.
all
Yep,
right.
we got it, Juan.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great. See,
All
you're
right. So
missing. You have a little hash in the corner too. It cannot win, man, with these things. Okay, so yeah, I was ready to comment here on this one, and I put that fence there. You see that design and manufacturing, it's often separated unless you're at a tier two, which kind of, the manufacturing sits together with engineering in the same spot. The plant is somewhere on the other side of the planet, to say so, if not on the other side of the country. And there's always a challenge in transmitting all this philosophy of design that you put together through ASPICE 26262 cybersecurity towards manufacturing. Now IATF assures some framework to pass this information, but really there is a disconnect. And we were even planning a future seminar about it and about the whole life cycle, because many times things happen in design that don't get passed to production, and starts from test and test plans and implementing of test structures, and then changes in production that don't get communicated to designers, and that there is a big gap there. So keep that in mind, that OEM and tier one, it is a problem, this division, the distance between design and plant.
Emil, just let me
Thank
ask you
you.
a question on that. If we see that these things are not communicated to production from design, have you, in your experience, found what some of the root causes of that is?
There are multiple root causes, and it would be easy to. First of all, it might be a language barrier, because sometimes, design is in North America, manufacturing is in Europe or in Mexico, or something like that. So that's one of the first design. Then they are different silos, really. In the design and production, they are still thought as different silos in a company, and they have their own procedures, their own processes. Then it's the change of people. You start with a set of people. We'll talk about it a little bit later, and then they change a production line. I mean, people grow, companies grow, they get sold, they get. Then there is the what should I say, the momentum that goes into this. For example, there are no magnets, or magnets are available only in China. Suddenly, the whole product with magnets gets moved to China. Well, the documentation follows 6 months after. Right? It's a big rush, or Nexperia doesn't supply semiconductors, and suddenly you bring from everywhere just to keep your lines going, but you forget to update your fit rates, and do your calculations. So the designers are long gone, they move to other projects, and you go back, oh, you know what, we have these new chips from TI and everything, we need to revisit it. Oh, leave me
So
alone.
a lot of different topics, right? A lot of
So
different.
it is, I keep on saying it's cooking at a wooden fire, you know, you just dance around the fire, and everybody tries to, it's good intentions at all end, but definitely the process doesn't support it. And I have yet to see a process that supports this kind of, you know, they might have warranty returns and everything. These are easy ones, but real life is totally different.
Good. So you want to go to the next slide right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
or
yeah. Let's keep on going. So
all right,
it's the fun just starts. So
all right.
okay, so you can put this up. We wanted to have a poll question, right? We wanted to talk about integration of standards, and basically what we want to talk to define a little bit about integration of standards. So what does it mean? It doesn't mean that we use the same requirements, right? That's an easy one. Or we have the same, we all use Jira for it. These are easy things. At process level, really, we want to see if the workflows are integrated, if the guidelines, if the work products are integrated, if everything you change in one changes in the other one, things like that. And if you present this, yeah, you can definitely show that. You know, ASPICE, there is a match. As we looked before, we see the V cycles in all of them. We see uh, kind of definitions and the same lingo in both of them. And definitely there is a match, you know, almost one to one, there is a match. Like keywords are there, right? One.
Yep. So I'll bring up the rest of because you've already
Mhm.
started to talk about the work products as well. So I'll
Mhm.
go ahead and bring up the rest so we can complete the picture here with 26262 functional safety and cybersecurity. And then we can talk about how these things kind of aligned. So this should be the complete picture, Emil, and that shows the relationship between the different work products here, with like Suite 4 or software unit verification, and then the verification activities here that are in 262. If you wanted to expand on that, this will be the complete list that we have now.
Well, yes, and this is for ASPICE, but don't forget, I mean, ASPICE also has a lot of other facets. It's not only the software engineering, right? It's the
Correct.
management and it's the other things. And this is just what should I say, the cream of the crop. But it's really what we want to show. It's a one-to-one match of naming and the definition of activities. So the idea is all of them move into reporting, into auditing. And the problem is they don't come at the same time. They all come staggered. And that creates that friction and the big question why we didn't do safety when we did ASPICE, why we didn't take care of cyber when we did the safety, and so on. So this is the biggest problem that I saw in the field, and we talked before the webinar, and I have extensive experience, and you have I with functional safety, and we went through many audits and audited many places, and I find a gap and I find stress because of this,
Okay.
and probably you see the same thing, right?
Oh, absolutely. Multiple, there's always a different activity for each one of these. And like you said earlier, there's silos, right?
Mm,
You'll see teams that have a cybersecurity architecture, a safety architecture. They're not talking to the people that are doing the basic development. So you get things that are in conflict with each other. And
mhm.
then you get issues during the audits that happen because of those silos. But um, I know you mentioned the poll question and you wanted to
It,
ask.
it, it, it's coming soon. Yeah, it's quite interesting, and we'll ask. I really want to start a discussion because I think we have a good group of participants. It's right the perfect size, so we can hopefully they will help us with discussion, because it is a
Okay.
hot topic where I worked and wherever organizations I was embedded in was a hot topic. Okay,
Okay.
so
Well,
let's.
so I'll move forward to that if you're ready.
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
poll
yeah.
question.
Yeah,
All right.
let's move on with the. So the question will be if you integrate these processes, but as I said, first we need to define this integration, right? As I said, integration doesn't mean everybody uses Jira or everybody uses SharePoint, and we all get together once a month to talk about it or something, and it's really having an integrated thing. Do you change? The requirements, do they change everywhere? Do you change a feature on a requirement, you make it safety relevant or something? Does it change everywhere? Is it a test case adjusted everywhere when it's adjusted? Is it mapped correctly between products? Are the forms standard? Are the work products, as I said, double use? I mean, the ASPICE and FUSA work products can be easily put together. It's common for DFMEA and functional safety to be all common and used, but it is or it's not. Like people always say, oh, FUSA will take the severity 10, and that's FUSA. Approvals and everything. And well, a few people said yes. 14% said a full yes, which is surprising. So, wow, you guys, whoever said yes went far away. It's usually partially. And I was expecting partially, but actually I was expecting partially to be 90%. So, but you know what, considering the no, but surprises me the yes, very good job, guys. I mean, if you think you have this, and hopefully by the end of the uh, webinar, you can still say yes. And you can also give us feedback a little bit later how you achieved it, because it's not an easy thing. So yeah, let's move on and let's start talking about
Okay.
these things. It's
All right. So we've already talked about the poll question.
was there. So what we observe, like this is my experience, and I've been doing functional safety since 2018. There are always different teams for these groups. I have yet to see an integrated. Maybe the program manager might be the same, or some kind of let's call him the big boss is the same and is driving. Pretty much what I find, the salesman is the only commonality of all the teams, and it's different teams, different styles, different locations. Sometimes they all define their own work products, and they are IETF compatible. They satisfy each vertical. Also, the same in larger organizations, the teams work on other projects, so they kind of very hard to overlap and bring them together and agree on something. And as I said, sometimes they are in different parts of the world. Consider, it's pretty much a given. Software or testing is in India, software might be in United States, and some other thing happens in Europe. So it is culture, it's holidays. When you want a team, the other team is on holiday and things like that, right?
Okay. So Emil, let me ask a quick question, then we're going to move on. So I come out of a regulated industry, and we didn't have this separation, right? The idea of safety, security, it was all built into basic development. So do you think this is specific to automotive, or is it
I,
because,
I
what do you
it
think?
is automotive, but it's the growing pains. Like I saw it in also not in automotive, in industry in general, industrial safety. Like you can have
Okay.
a PLC manufacturer in Japan with testing in India, and something happening in Eastern Europe.
Okay.
So it's
Good.
it's not it is a diversification, specialization, and it's part of the growing pains. Go back, because I have a few more
Oh,
things to
okay.
say there on that slide, right? Also, the enterprise system, the work products are not set up to support this kind of large scale integration. I mean, they are still piecemeal things. There are teams challenges. The software team, does architecture and then it's focused more on testing and bug fixes and releases. So suddenly they forget totally the architecture and safety analysis and things like that. And also the development and it's very fast, especially the software cycles and they have this keywords that are very dangerous for safety and security. This release it's almost the same like the other one. Well, almost the same doesn't cut for safety and security.
Okay.
Nothing changed, nothing important changed. Well, it doesn't work either. So these are keywords that make a safety manager very, very nervous, right? So let's move on. So these are
So, Emil,
challenges.
I just want to highlight a couple of things that we have about 5 minutes left as we go through the next few slides. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go fast. Oh boy.
All right.
Okay, so I have a simple thing that I saw item definition, right? I took item definition from ASPICE, from functional safety, and for cybersecurity. And believe it or not, every time I go, it's different in each work product. It is the same product they work on. Eventually, you can twist and turn it and mold it in the same product, but it's described differently. I agree it serves different purposes a little bit, but you know it should be the same. I mean, you're working on the same product, and these three products are not aligned. It's a total different item, and food for thought. Has to be the same in all three. And yeah, let's move on. So other places where the overlap creates challenges. Impact analysis, when you do it's different for software than from functional safety. Change management, testing, verification and validation processes. These are places where are a lot of opportunities also in integrating functional safety, cybersecurity, and everything just by maybe adding a tick box or some kind of thing. There are ways to do it. So that's where I see opportunities. Okay, let's keep on going.
Okay. Good. All right. So
And
now we're talking about the benefits.
well, benefits. I mean, these are major irritants in the organization, right? We got approved for. Already did the paper for ASPICE. Why do we need to do it again? I mean, that's typical thing when you go with functional safety. I'm always after, and then the cyber guy comes and says, "Oh, we need to do cyber." Well, we did that already. Why do we need to test again for you? Or it's your business. Or we do it in Jira tickets. Why do we need to do impact analysis? We don't. We need to time to test this. All these questions, and it's a fork. I don't know for safety. This is based on 3 versions ago, and we forked it there and got lost all the safety analysis. So there are things that generate meetings, friction in the organization, and it would be nice if they are integrated. You just follow the work products, right? And what are the benefits? Basically, you avoid all these irritants, all these discussions, and it's a lot of stress reduction. You spend less time on work product. You allow people to focus on really bringing value rather than completing paperwork and I have here a few other things. And impact analysis is very important for us in functional safety and cybersecurity when we change versions of software. So always you need to fill it in and make sure that functional safety and cybersecurity is intact. So these are things that can come up naturally if the work products are integrated and everything is done in time. And that being said, it's was a short presentation. I can talk hours about it. I don't know. I think we have a little bit
So
some
we do have a
guidelines.
summary.
Yeah, but I mean, it's obvious, right? I mean, plan from the beginning. It's the hardest part to do, and the cross training, upskilling. People should know what. Software people should know what functional safety wants, and functional safety should understand how ASPICE works and how releases are done, integration and work product integration in the teams that organize everything. And if you start from the beginning, hopefully things will get better. I'm even looking for feedback for people who achieved this, how they did it. It is hard to bring teams, especially if they are different time zones in different plants, and you know things
Okay.
like that. And that being said, I think we have something about Omnex. We tried, Omnex system. It's a division of Omnex. Does the software EWQMS, and we started, and initially was hard to bring AI into this. And 4 or 5 years ago they started, and they came a long way. And I saw some pilots run with tier ones, and they managed to bring together and find faults and find links, and it's getting better and better. So something to keep in mind if you want to look at it. They have the OBot. It's called Omnex Robot that does this, and it's quite a cool tool. I saw it, and brings a lot of savings. Yeah, if you want to do.
So it's an
Okay.
assistant for helping evaluate some of the work products to your
Yeah,
standards.
it's AI based. I think it's language model based. Like it looks exactly what should be with what, and it's quite interesting. I mean, I was skeptic at the beginning, but now I started to like it.
Okay, good.
Okay, so that was our short seminar just to tease everybody about it. I mean, we have a series of webinars about this integrations and how life cycle management and everything. And yeah, we welcome everybody. Let's.
Yes, thank everybody for coming. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but as we work through these webinars, there'll be smooth sailing from this point forward. Well, they get better each time. Thank you, Emil.
Okay, thank you. Let's see if there are any questions, comments, and really welcome.
Yes, if anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand and I can allow you to speak to ask your question. Or you can type it in the chat box and the presenters will respond as well. I know this was a short webinar and we're running up against time, but if we do have any questions we can answer quickly, we will do that. If not, then you can email webinars@omnex.com and we can get back to you with some clarification as well. I don't see any questions coming up, so I think we can close this out and we will hopefully see everyone at the next webinar series, which I believe